What's up, you guys, and welcome to season 4, the live taping of your favorite Aunties podcast. Nia,
I'm just so excited.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry.
Okay.
You don't even have your triangle.
I don't have my cry. Okay, so cry. I can't get caught slipping.
You can't. I'm so excited. It's the live show. It's the start of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. We have people here from out of town.
Out of town. They got in planes.
Trains, automobiles,
okay,
hotels.
Listen,
this is wild.
Wild.
I'm so excited, but we cannot start season 4 live show without shouting out our amazing sponsor.
Yes.
My good friend.
Yeah.
Tam, she has a company called No Wiggle, No Jiggle, and it's this amazing activewear, shapewear, and she gave us a special sale.
Yes, she did.
Just for our people online and our people in the audience. So the sale is going on until Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you go to nowiggle.us, not .com, .us, nowiggle.us, or follow her. If you have your phone, go ahead and go on to Instagram. It's No Wiggle, No Jiggle. It's underscores under each word. So make sure y'all get her some sales. It's really good. We like to be snatched.
Yeah, listen.
Got to be snatched.
And okay, first of all, this is a real review. I put that on. I was like, who is she? I was like, okay.
Body, yaddy, yaddy.
Baby, listen, she got me together in all the right places. I was like, now this is the shapewear that made me throw away all my other shapewear.
Come on.
And I'm not just saying that.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's good.
Listen, it got me where I needed to go. And we'll continue.
That's right.
Okay?
I love it. So shout out to Tam and No Wiggle, No Jiggle, our sponsor.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
I am
like
too.
Right now, I don't even know how to contain myself, honestly. This is super surreal. Super surreal.
It is. Yeah,
but listen, so today,
Mm-hmm.
We're, in a new season in life.
Yes, we are.
We've gone through a lot of seasons in life.
True.
And in every season in life, we go through different transitions. And a part of that is heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about how to move on after a heartbreak, how to move on, period, how to heal, how to let go. So I think it's a great way to start season 4. We're going to be diving into some real stuff this season.
And it's not just, just relationships. Like this is friendships. This is like losing a family member. This is everything. Like heartbreak isn't exclusive to dating.
It's all encompassing.
Yeah.
All encompassing. So what would you say is your biggest heartbreak to date?
Child. This recent.
Oh, too soon?
No, Titi was kind of going through it.
You were.
I was going through it. I got snatched though. I did.
Yeah, that heartbreak diet, it'll get you right every time.
Listen,
every time.
I was like, who is she? I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
But I think that going through that, especially at this age, like I'm not gonna front. I kind of thought that I was in the age bracket to where I wasn't gonna go through this anymore.
That's good.
I was like, I'm in my 30s. You're in your 30s. We're both well-adjusted enough.
We've done the work.
We've done the work separately, together.
We know what we want.
Yeah. All the things. You ask all the qualifying questions.
That's right.
You do all the things. And then somehow,
it still happens.
It still just doesn't work. And I really thought that I was going to be excluded from that. Because, I was single for a while. I was single for a while. And I was like, I've done the work. I've done the self-work. I've done all the things to be found. Like I'm doing everything. And then, no, you back out there.
Yeah.
You back out there. So that was hard. It was hard for me. I know that it may have been hard for you to like watch me go through it. Like, how did you feel on the other side?
Watching you go through it was so hard because I was sad, but then I was also mad at him. I was going through all the emotions, and then I was trying not to say too much because I'm like, hey, listen, we women.
Yeah.
Women be going back. Come on. You could get your heart broken, go back. So I didn't want to say too much.
Yeah.
Because let's do your thing.
21.
Do it every time. So I was like, I don't know what to say, what not to say. Is this really over? Is it not over? So it was constant like back and forth for me. I didn't know exactly how to support you. And I think I even told you that like, I don't know if I've been as supportive as I need to be as you're going through this because I don't know how to support you. Yeah. So it was really hard.
I didn't know how to tell you to support me, honestly.
Yeah.
Outside of baby, just listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, ultimately, I think you definitely got to see another side of me.
Ready to talk because there was some things that was going on that TT was keeping in the dark.
Ooh. And some still in the dark.
Hello?
If I'm honest with you, you still don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, a good 92%. Oh, but that 8.
That 8%.
Oh, but that
99.5 won't do.
It won't. But in this case, it's going to have to. Some of that stuff I'm taking to the grave.
As you should. I ain't going to lie to you.
Okay. First of all, seeing your face when I was telling you like
everything
little by little, you was like, Britt, you. Okay, okay, so now I'm even more mad. And I'm like, I know, girl.
Yeah.
I know. But then it's like, now I really ate my words with this breakup. Mm-hmm. Because before I was like, yeah, no, I'm not forgiving this and I'm not doing that and da-da-da-da. Girl, please.
That's what I said.
I was like, let's work it out.
You got friends. She gonna choose that man every time. Every time. He just got here. I've been here. And you still gonna choose him. You can't. I can't blame you.
No, I have been a firm believer. No, ain't no spinning the block. Ain't no spinning the block.
I know you would always say that. Oh no, I don't do that.
And I'm a block. But I will block somebody in a minute.
You will.
Still
not this time. Not this time.
But I moved on.
It's official when you delete the text thread.
Girl.
Delete the number, delete the text thread.
Delete the number, the text thread, and then the pictures. And then when you like leave them in the deleted photos, I'm not going to front. I did let them time out. And like those last couple of days that they were in there, I was like, hopefully I get to recover them.
Nah.
They're gone.
That's just like us, though.
They're gone.
Heartbroken and still holding on.
Ooh, meanwhile,
holding on to hope.
You living your life.
Best life. Standing on business.
I'm like, this the thing you put your foot down on?
Out of all things.
Okay.
This is it?
Me?
I know.
But you know what? That's all right.
So how did you deal with it internally? Like, what were you doing to deal with the heartbreak?
Well, obviously, I'm actively in therapy, so I would talk to my therapist about it. But she really told me to like feel the feelings because, I tend to be a little bit more, I'm emotional, but I tend to lean more on like understanding and logic. So my fixation on was, well, what could I have done better? Or why didn't it work out? I was thinking like, okay, what was it? Maybe I should have done this or maybe I should have done that. But ultimately, if it wasn't going to work, it simply wasn't going to work. I
told you, friend.
So that was the thing that I was battling, going back and forth. Like, but maybe if I wouldn't have done this, maybe if I wouldn't have done that, maybe if I would have done this, then, So it was really that. But just going through it and now getting to this point, I just actually had to start feeling the feelings because I was trying to explain away my emotions when it's like, no, I just have to actually feel them. And that's what was hard.
That's good.
Because it's like, no, I'm like really sad. Like I want to cry about this at that point.
Right.
And I was going through it. Like I wasn't, it was a bad breakup.
It's a grief.
For me.
It's a grief.
It was a grief. Yeah.
You have to grieve.
I went through all the stages. I was like, sad. I was like, oh, I want this to come back. I want this. Then I got mad.
That's right.
Then I got mad.
Yeah.
But I didn't act out on all of it.
No, waiting to exhale.
No. I thought about it and I'm not.
Thin line between love and hate.
Thin. As thin as my patience.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. But I feel like sometimes heartbreak is one of life's greatest teachers because there's so many things that I learned or changed about myself or leveled up on after I got my heart broken. And I don't know if I would have made those same decisions or stood on it as deeply and as hard as I stood on it if it wasn't following a heartbreak.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hate that it has to be that way. And I remember talking to God after my last one, like, I really feel like we could have bypassed this. Like, just tell me what I need to know. But some things are best experienced. And I hate that it has to be that way, but it's life.
Yeah.
It's life. So it's like no matter what you do, no matter what you say, there are some things that are just going to come to an end.
Yeah.
And we have to learn how to accept that and then walk forward with a certain level of grace. You got to walk through those things with grace.
Yeah.
And in walking through it in grace, you're teaching someone else.
Right.
So now we can sit here and talk about some of the things that we've been through.
Yeah.
But some people who are listening don't have to go through those same things.
Baby, I pray.
Okay. Because I was told, I remember being told when on the last one, oh, this is a part of life for women. Like everybody has to get their heart broken. This is just what happens. This is what men do.
No, we need to hold them accountable.
Right.
Before I have to go before a judge.
Orange.
Black.
5 to 10.
Listen.
Yeah.
No, it was, what really got me was, again, I was single for a while.
Yeah.
Like, it was cute.
Yeah.
It was a cute little minute.
Yeah.
And I felt like I did all the work. I felt like I did all the work, all the things. I mean, going to the conferences, reading the books, going to therapy, doing this, doing that. I'm like, I am perfect. Like, I'm going to walk into this. I'm going to do all the right things at all the right times. And I do believe that I did do that. But I can see how there were lessons that I only would have learned by being in this relationship.
True.
And that when I said in the beginning, I was like, even if this doesn't work out, I'm not going to be upset that it happened, because truly it did restore my mindset as it related to love, and that what I wanted is out there and it is available to me, because it got to a certain point where I was like, are my standards too high? And it's like, no, they're not, because it's apparent that somebody can meet them. It's just a matter of, is it going to actually work with this person? So it was incredibly restorative. So I would never take that away from it. And I learned so much, and I'm thankful. I hate that it ended the way that it did, but me being, you know, a little stubborn person that I am, it kind of had to happen that way, or else I would have, you know.
Yeah. And sometimes it does just have to happen that way.
Yeah.
I know that if my last relationship hadn't ended the way that it did, it would have been still going. And that was what, 3 years ago? You know what I mean? So sometimes God has to send it to sever that tie. Because otherwise, especially people like us, because I believe that both of us kind of fall in that same category. We're very loyal and we're very easygoing. So we're just like, let's make this work. Like, what do you mean? What's going on? Let's make it work. We can work through anything. And so God has to cause it to end in that way, because otherwise you just going to keep trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Because when I think about some of the things that I dealt with, some of the things I accepted, Lord have mercy. It's God's grace that he didn't allow it to continue. At the moment, I was mad. Yeah. I talked about it before. I told God, I am mad at you. How could you let this end? I prayed about this. I prepared for this.
I thought I heard you.
I thought I heard you.
Did you not confirm this?
Come on. Had dreams. Had people. Prophecies. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Let's just pause right there. Because if I got one more prophetic word without the evidence,
come on. It's too much. It's too much.
Baby, hold it. Hold it.
Because nobody tells you that you can get a prophecy, but that's the end of that thing. You still got a beginning and a walkthrough.
Hello?
But all they tell you is the end. So you think, all right, boom, got the prophecy. It's coming now. Yeah. No, it's probably in the far future.
Right. Tracking number not got...
Undetectable. Lost in the mail.
Did it even get packaged yet?
But nobody tells you that.
Right.
Nobody tells you that. So you're in this great expectancy. And then after years and years and years, it's like, and years on top of that, it's like, all right, Lord, what did I miss? Or what did they miss? We prophesy in part.
And we see in part.
And we see in part.
Okay.
I need to see the part.
Because I'm done with this prophesying part. I'm trying to see
the part. Amen.
Okay, I went from faith. Now I had some more faith. Where's the glory?
Come on. To glory.
Hello?
Strength.
Hello?
To strength.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but speaking of strength, though, I think my last breakup, it definitely strengthened me.
Oh, yeah.
I was soft, man.
Yeah.
I was soft.
I bet you know what you want now.
Hello?
Unmovable.
That's one thing I came out. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing this again.
But I am going to do this and I am going to do that. And I'll kind of bend here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But that last situation actually led me into therapy. After a while, I was actually like super angry, to the point where I'm like, I prayed. It's been a couple months. Like, I've done what I feel like I know to do to get over this, and it's not helping. So finally, I was like, let me just find somebody. I need to talk to somebody.
Hello? Do you know somebody?
I got to talk to somebody, because I'm not even an angry person, and I'm mad. Because, you know, that breakup hit different when that man owe you $2,723.83. It hit different, because it's like, you could have...
And then, okay, we're not talking no more. Baby, send the funds.
Send the funds. Cash App. Venmo.
You're not blocked there, baby.
Zelle.
Hello?
Come on. Cash. Check.
A partridge in the pear tree. Come on, baby. Just bring it. Send it.
Oh, man. I felt like I had just given it all, including that. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So, man, that hit different.
No, being in a relationship with anybody and not getting the proper ROI will make you mad.
Come on.
Huh?
Come on.
Because my thing is, I know what I sowed into this. I know.
I need a harvest.
Hello? Bountiful.
You
plentiful.
The Lord of the harvest.
Huh?
Come on.
No, because it's nothing like knowing that you're giving your all to something, or knowing that you're genuinely trying and it's coming from a real place. It's coming from a place that you know you're doing the right things. It's like buying a plant, you know, reading up on the plant, following all the rules to take care of the plant, and then it still dies. What do you mean? I followed X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, and D. However, something in the middle is happening. Like, did it not go through photosynthesis enough? Like, what? Come on. Hello?
Yeah, you need some more sunlight. Some water?
Hello? Just let me know, because I'm following all the rules. But why is it that even in the midst of me following the rules, doing all the things, why are these things failing? I don't need another lesson. I graduated already.
You got your degree.
I have my degree as proof.
Master's, in fact.
Huh?
Doctorate.
Hello?
Yeah, no, that's good. But we talked about it before. It's God math.
Yeah.
1 + 2 don't equal 3 for God.
Because 1 could do what?
Put to flight 1,000. Huh? 2 could do what?
10,000. Huh?
Okay. You got God math. So we're thinking it's like you plant a seed, you plant an apple tree, so you expect to get an apple tree. But that's not always how God math works. And it doesn't always come from the place you think it's coming from. So I could sow a financial seed, but get a blessing in another way. But if I'm looking for the money, then I'll miss the other blessing because I didn't realize the correlation between the sowing and the reaping. His is not always apples and apples, oranges and oranges. So yes, I sold in that heartbreak, but what's coming from that is this. Did I imagine in the heartbreak? Because that pushed me towards you.
Yeah.
Everything that we talked about turned towards let's start a podcast. And now we're sitting here in our first live show.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not sowing and reaping apples and apples, oranges and oranges.
No, it's not. But I think that it helps to know, like, okay, this is where that pain went. This is what it's the in between.
That's right.
That gets you.
That's right.
It's like, okay, I know I sowed here. I know that the reaping is coming. I know that it's coming, but it's like the in between is what's getting you.
That's in between.
Because like you said on that one reel that blew up, like, Lord, you know, I'm not gonna break up with this man, so you're gonna have to do it. And you cried about it, you did whatever. Now, 10 years later, we get to tell that, but now how many people have prayed that prayer?
Yep.
Either, you know, it was solidified or it was severed.
That's right.
And it was all because you went through it. You were able to minister to those people. So now you got to see what your ROI was. No, it's not necessarily how you sold it, but it was an in-between because it didn't feel good going from that place to this place and it taking all that time to be here.
Right. Because in the middle, you're questioning so much.
Yeah.
Lord, is it me? Or my favorite thing I do all the time, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm very much like the rule follower. I want to do the right things. I want to please God. I want to. So every time something happens, my first thought, Lord, did I do something wrong? You know, but like I told you, he's not a tit for tat kind of God.
Yeah.
He's not waiting for you to mess up so he can just turn everything off and make it not work. He's not waiting for that. So it's like this mindset shift that you have to make because you're questioning your self-esteem. You're questioning, now you got all these insecurities. Where did I make the wrong decision? I know I've been through text messages. Okay, where did I say the wrong thing?
Hello?
Where did this go left and I missed it, right? I'm running the scenarios through my mind of, okay, we went on this date, but then we did this and okay, what did I do? And it's not always what you did. Sometimes it has absolutely nothing to do with you. I know I told you that a million times during this last process. It has nothing to do with you, but that is the hardest thing to accept.
Yeah.
Everybody's going through their journey. We tend to think about ours.
Yeah.
So God, why isn't this working out for me? But what about them? That was one of the first things my therapist told me when I was going through that healing process and going through after that breakup. I know that you're thinking about you, but what about him?
What about him?
What if he... But what if he needed this? Because I'm thinking, Lord, if this wasn't it, we really just didn't have to do this.
For this long, at least.
Come on,
Hello?
You could have told your girl.
Okay.
Like, just let me know. And I would have been like, nah, player, right? But he didn't. So I'm like, God, why? And it's like, but what if he needed it?
Okay, what about what I need? Because I need it now. It's my money and I need it now.
But like we always say, it's not always about you.
No, and that's a good point. Understanding that something that I just went through was for somebody else, that's fine, that's cool. Where's mine?
It's a real feeling.
It's nothing. It's not to slight anybody else, but it's like I do want it to be my turn, though. I can't water that down.
Absolutely.
Or, make it less than what it is. Like, we want that. Like, I want to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
That's true.
I'm trying to see something good.
But do you believe in, there's this theory out there that's like, you don't know the real till you handle the counterfeit. So do you believe in some ways, sometimes these situations that we go through are us handling the counterfeit so that we can appreciate and recognize the real when it comes?
I can't say that.
Because now the next one, you're going to have a greater appreciation for the things that you may have missed, right? Because I know when I came out, I was like, okay, I absolutely missed this pattern. I missed it.
Right,
there was a pattern there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like sometimes as religious people, as spiritual people, our main thing with dating that we get taught is discern, pray and discern, pray and discern, pray and discern. Okay, but and also, there are actual like things in these people's lives that you can take a look at and be like, hey, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What is his work life? What is his outside life? What are his friends like? What is his family like? I need to do more than pray and ask God, is this the one? He's like, take a look and see, baby. I put it there for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a part to play, but we just over spiritualize everything.
No, absolutely. And just looking back at a lot of things that were going on, it's like, oh, I could see how that definitely was foreshadowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see how this is something that I should have paid attention to, or, you know, this is something that I'll look for next time or what have you. So no, it definitely helps, like, you know, in the green flags as well as the red flags.
That's true. So what do you think you will pay attention to going forward?
Consistency. Consistency. Yeah.
I would say
responsibility.
Yeah, responsibility and like stamina, right? Because everybody cool for the first month.
Yeah.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Month or two. But what happens after that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because relationships go up and down, and it's great when it's up.
Yeah.
But what is this person like when it's down? Or are they out when it's down?
But you know what was getting me is you and I talk a lot about this. And you know, I'm either all or nothing, nothing or all.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really don't like, you know, people that much. So when I finally do get with somebody, it takes me a little second to come around. But when I come around,
you round.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
You a trick, I'm a trick. You gonna trick bigger. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know, I'm really in it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people talk about, oh, you know, you give your representative. It's like, no, I'm really just like this.
Yeah.
Once you just get me, this is how I am. And this is how I'm going to be. This is not something that I'm going to put on for the next couple months and take off in a little while. This is ShaMarian.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I'm hungry, you got about 20 minutes to feed me and then, you know.
Hangry.
Hello? Or, you know, in the morning time, I may not be the best person to be around. Catch me around noon. You know, like, I don't have to give that. So knowing that relationships don't always work like that, whether it's, you know, friendship or family or romantic or what have you, that's something that I'm having to learn to get over.
That is true. Because people are not used to that. Because remember, we said that was something that you should pay attention to when somebody starts saying, oh, I've never had a person like you before.
Right.
You need to take note.
Yeah, no. Anytime somebody says that they haven't experienced something as it relates to me or anything that we're doing, I'm incredibly mindful of that, because sometimes you may mishandle it because you're scared of it.
Or you just don't know how.
Right. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or anything like that. It's just, now you got to tread lightly, because it's like, because this person doesn't know how to handle this, they may mishandle it.
That's right.
And you have to be in a place mentally, spiritually, emotionally to be able, can I handle this?
Right.
Without getting 5 to 10? Huh?
Right.
Because it's a lot of people on Snapped.
Yeah.
You did it to the wrong person. Now look at you.
Now look at you.
But we do have to be mindful of those things. So now going into anything that I decide to go into after this, I am going to be incredibly mindful of patterns and discern and do this and do that. And, you know, just simmer back. Because you know me, I'm not about the game. It's like, look, you want to do this? Because I want to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, well, let me see what you're about.
But I feel like in life, I know it's not what we want to do, but sometimes in life, you got to play the game.
I hate that, though.
You got to play the game.
I hate it. I don't feel like playing the game.
And it's not game like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a back and forth. There's a strategy, who calling the plays. Oh, that's a foul. Oh, you know, like, you have to be aware of what's happening as if you were like in a game. You know what I mean? And so it being able to discern, like, I know we hear that so often, it comes with being aware of what's happening, who's here, who's on the court, who's switching out, who's subbing, like, what's happening. Yeah.
This is...
It's difficult though, right?
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult, especially when you get to the point where it's like, I don't feel like doing any of this. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like the...
Not at this big age.
Okay, so, you know, you text me here. Well, now I'm going to text you there. It's like, baby, no. I want to talk to you right now. Call me. Hello?
Yeah.
You know, like, TT don't feel like doing that.
I know it, but
baby,
you
come
got
see
to.
about me. Okay?
But you got to. You got to.
But I mean, I know that going into something after this, I'm gonna do all that. Whatever.
I'll do it for you. You know how I am. You gotta listen though. You don't listen.
I do listen afterward.
It's so many things when we were talking, you were like, friend, you did tell me.
I mean, because you did. Well, friend, you know I'm gonna do what I want to do.
And I tell you that every time I say something, and I'll be like, but I know you're gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm able to be accountable for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. No. But it's like, I mean, I did know what I was walking into when I did that. So it's like, okay. Yeah. You know, I'm not without excuse, like, or without reasoning. Like, okay, I knew this could have been a possibility and it did happen. So, okay, but at least now I know. That's how I've been living. Like, the reason why I'm still gonna do what I want to do is because at least now I know. I don't want to be a month or 2 months or a year down the line, like, maybe what if I just would have made that phone call? Or what if I would have just done this or done that? Now I know. I let go of all of those what ifs when I just do.
That's good. That's good. And that's important.
And me doing it is for me. I understand it may be upsetting to those around me because they're having to do life with me, but you doing life with me is your choice. And it comes with me making this decision or that decision. And since you've decided to stay down, this is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, either you're going to walk through this with me or you're not. But ultimately, I have to live this life for myself.
That is true.
As it relates to God,
That's true. That's
Party
true.
with the Holy Ghost. Okay.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, you're not going to be with me when I can't sleep at night because I just thought maybe if I would have just called, maybe if I would have just done this, maybe if I would have just done that.
Right.
No, I know what happened if I would have just. Now I can sleep a little.
No, it's
better.
true.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you all the time, y'all ain't finna keep me single.
Hello?
You're not finna do it.
Yeah.
No, I have to make these decisions for myself.
Yeah.
But absolutely take hold to godly wisdom.
Yeah, absolutely.
But ultimately, it's you and your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I know that one of my big things lately after having got out of the last relationship was so many people were telling me, your standards are too high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when I lowered them and then I was heartbroken, where were y'all? You weren't there when I was picking up the pieces.
Let's just talk about the fact that people will tell you, oh, you need to look for this, you need to look for that. Did you?
No. Absolutely
you're telling
not.
Me, oh, he need to bring you flowers every week.
What did your man do?
The last time you got flowers was when such and so died, right?
I'm saying they don't.
Y'all not gonna talk.
I don't know where they get their standards from. Because it's like they make them up for other people.
Yeah.
But in their own life, it's not evident.
Yeah.
You don't have no evidence.
Yeah. There's no... Friend, what I be saying, like, there's times where I get to saying something, I say, but you know what? Let me shut my single self up. let me mind my business.
Baby, that's the Holy Ghost.
Hello? Because stop talking about what you don't know. It's okay. It is wisdom to say you don't know.
It is.
That's true wisdom.
Oh, my God.
You know what? I don't have all the words. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the words. Let me get back to you when I find this out.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can hold this up for my own self before I tell you.
Absolutely. That was one of the greatest things one of my really good friends told me at one point was, I honestly, I don't know how you feel. And I'm not going to pretend like I do.
I bet that felt good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really don't need you to quote Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm crying.
Like I don't already know it anyway.
I don't need that right now. Just be like, I don't understand. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Just stand in that. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that means a whole lot more than like turn with me to Deuteronomy.
Right.
It's just, I can't.
Right. Or giving some outdated, irrelevant advice.
You were dating before they even had sites. Let's just, please.
Don't know what a dating app is.
Hello?
Or how it works.
Hello?
Pre-COVID.
Let's just, if you all right. If within the last 4 years you have prior to 2020, stop giving dating advice.
It's just so different.
Stick with the married folk.
It's so
or divorced folk.
Or church folk.
Hello?
Just that's a whole thing right there.
What you know. Don't come over here.
And applying what you know to everybody else is not always the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm glad that happened for you in that way.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that God has to do that way for me. And sitting around waiting for how it's going to happen for me, thinking that's going to happen like it happened for them.
Right.
That'll keep you single, baby. It'll keep you single. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You got to learn what works for you in dating. I hate that we've gotten to this point where everything is just so one size fit all, and it's not. Listen, Gertrude, you met your man in the church.
Gertrude.
You met him here. Baby, they don't come to church like that for real no more. And then it's like, what if you go to a church and it's like 23 members, 22 of them married to each other? Mm-hmm. Please. Mm-hmm. And that one is not your one, baby. He look like he negotiated to be here.
He ain't the one.
Baby, that's not it. I don't think that's God's best for you.
But you know, sometimes you do have to get you one to clean them up a little bit. You got it. Put a little elbow grease in there. Just clean them up.
I don't do hard labor. Do manual labor. I just, you see the Not me, Now, Now look.
Mm-hmm.
How fixer is the upper? Because listen, a couple renovations, I could do that.
Right.
I've done that.
Yeah.
But to flip that house?
No, we're not doing that.
Baby, I'm gonna leave that to Joanne now.
Chip and Joanne, honey.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Because baby, TT ain't got it. I'm winded. I got to go sit down.
Okay.
Because you got your shingles missing and you get the garbage disposal don't work.
Foundation
shot.
Termites.
Hello?
Eating all through there. Yeah.
Now, if I got to come in and I got to just replace a shower head, okay.
Let me polish.
Let me change the backsplash.
All
right, I can do that. We switch you from this haircut to that haircut. We go from this length of beard to,
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But honey, I can't do a whole makeover.
No.
Not right now. Because it's not much you got to make over here.
Hello? You better. That's what I'm saying.
You see the material.
And that's what I'm saying. Period. No, that's so good, friend. I'm glad that you appear to be on the other side. Amen. On the other side. Because you was going up the rough side of the mountain. But now you're on the other side.
I was doing my best to make it. But it feels good to laugh now because, baby, it wasn't funny. It was not funny.
I remember when I was like, we were going to talk about this because we literally get this question so much. Like, how do I move on from heartbreak?
Yeah.
And I was like, friend, are you ready? Like, can you talk about it in the way that we need to talk about it?
Without using some colorful words.
On the podcast. And you were like, I'll be ready by then.
And by his grace.
You are.
I am.
Come on, his grace.
Yeah.
Because that's the key to moving on.
Yeah.
That's the key to moving on.
In anything, like just leaning on the grace of God. And I am learning, like, you really do have to go through your emotions and really just like go through it, because I will try to think myself out of something. Well, it makes no sense for me to cry over this because it's been X, Y, and Z time. But it's like, no, I do want to cry. I am sad about this. Like,
yeah,
just being honest with myself about my emotions and not trying to move on too quickly or what have you. So that took a lot. But now that I'm here, baby, listen, I can hear the streets.
The best way to get over.
No, we can't do that because we saved. It's like, maybe we'll save that.
What?
No, because we need to talk about, like, I'm trying to do this your way. But it's looking like my way.
What I say goes. I'm in control.
And it's like, I was really trying to let you be in Charles. I mean, you be in charge. But Charles gonna be in charge in a minute.
Right.
Listen,
right. Yeah.
But no, it's like doing things God's way is incredibly important. And, we will always tell everybody to partner with the Holy Ghost. Follow God in everything that you do. But we do need to talk about what happens when you take over.
Yeah. Because a lot of times that's what leads to the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Disobedience.
Mm-hmm.
Because God told you. Now, come on now. You saw them red flags. You saw every last one of them.
They look pink. I like that color.
And you were like, no, I can fix it.
No,
I could deal with this. No, this is not that bad. It's not that bad. I can do this.
I've seen what she was going through.
He just needs me. That's all he needs.
I'm all you need. What she say? I'm every woman.
It's all in me. Okay.
Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally.
That's right.
But you know what? What I have learned, and y'all got to hear me and hear me in the Holy Ghost. Listen, you can't go through the rain with these dudes. Because you will never see another day of sunshine. And it's not to say that you can't, like gracefully walk through it. But when they see that you will go through Hades, baby, you ain't going to meet heaven again. Unless you die to yourself.
Come on.
And your wishes and your wants and your desires.
The first time you compromise.
Huh?
The first time. It's going to be the first of many.
Hello? And another thing I've learned is if you don't allow a man to be a man, he will always be a child to you.
That's right.
He'll always be somebody that you have to look after.
Your son.
Hello? You calling him daddy, baby. That's your son. Claim him on
you got to stand in your role. Not, girl.
Huh?
Not your taxes.
That's a dependent.
You funny.
But no, I mean, all is well. And it's not to say that you aren't in a partnership.
Yes.
Hear me, because it's nothing wrong with like, okay, babe, you down right now? I got us, we up.
Yeah.
But you have to know that the person that you're with is not sitting back just letting you fix everything.
Yes, baby, they'll bleed you dry.
Because it's like, what I say the other day, I said they'll come in not want nothing and leave with everything.
That's right. Come in with nothing and leave with everything. That's right.
But you have to be mindful of that when you feel as though your needs, wants, and desires are incredibly important, and they shouldn't be put on the back burner when it comes to your partner.
So true.
Now, there are times when your partner's going through it, your husband or your wife may be going through it, and it's like you do have to pick up the slack, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But understand that comes to a certain point where it's like, okay, hey now.
Right.
You've been down too long. Come on up.
Mutually beneficial.
Hello?
It shouldn't be one-sided.
It really
and you should always know that anything you do for your partner, they would do for you.
Right. And you deserve to have a love that's safe, a love that's whole, a love that will be reciprocal.
That's good.
A love that you don't have to look around, look through your back, and you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to just continuously put yourself in a situation where it's like, it's gonna turn around, it's gonna turn around, it's gonna turn around. When is it going to turn around? Sometimes we just have to be honest. This is just not working.
Mm-hmm.
And no amount of help and work is going to make it work. And it just is what it is. And it may be incredibly hard to sever that tie. There may be things keeping you in that place, but if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Rip the Band-Aid off. That hurt.
Prolonging the inevitable.
But I'm glad it happened then versus later.
I told somebody that I was dating, don't have me waiting for something that's never going to come.
Hello?
Tell me now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say, oh, I'm working on it.
And give me a choice.
Come on. Because if you're not giving me the information, then I'm not able to make a choice that's best for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're withholding and you know you're not finna fix yourself, you know you're not gonna work on that, don't have me waiting. Because I'm earnestly waiting.
Hello?
I'm in great expectation. And I will stick around and wait. So don't have me waiting for something that you know is not coming. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because it's unfair and it's cruel and unusual punishment.
It is. It's abuse.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that can be characterized under emotional and mental abuse.
Because it's like, you know that as soon as something else come along, you're going to jump ship. Don't do me like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you know there's a crack in the foundation, let me know.
That's right.
Because either we can repair it or we can go on ahead and just part ways.
That's right.
Because when you take away my choice, I'm going to take away yours to live.
Fred, I guess I just need to have bail money set to the side.
And do.
I'm going to just start me a new savings account.
Especially at this point. I don't let too many people make it. So my vengeance is mine. It's going to be mine in a second.
Okay.
I be keeping it real cute.
No, that was so good. Yeah. So good.
No.
I know.
No.
But I want to give us plenty of time to do our Q&A.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of people in the studio. We got a lot of people online. And I know they got some good questions.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap the topic. We'll come back to it, though. We got a long season 4 up ahead. Yeah. I'm excited about it. So we'll get ready to do our Q&A.
What's up, y'all?
I see the chat going.
Oh, the chat is going crazy.
So good. So y'all get your questions. If you're in a virtual audience, get your questions. We're ready to answer some questions.
Oh my goodness, y'all are like.
Don't be shy, honey. It's a safe space.
Okay, come on. Oh, hey, Jamia.
Okay. So this is a twofold kind of question.
Okay.
So what do you do when you've been in very same situation, and it's been about 3 or 4 years since the situation has happened, and I feel like I've just been stuck in those negative pity party type feelings. So it's like, what do you do when I was so angry? It's like, I don't know how to not be angry about it no more. So,
Yeah.
And how do you forgive them? Because
talk about the anger part?
People say forgiveness is for you, but
not for them.
It ain't looking like that.
I feel that.
I hear you.
You want to talk about the anger part?
So, I mean, I was angry after my last breakup. So angry, in fact, that's when I started therapy. Like, I just had to go to therapy. I needed to talk it through. And my therapist was able to have me look at it from a different perspective. A lot of times when you're angry, it's because you're holding in some kind of resentment, like maybe I gave too much, or I did too much, or I didn't deserve that, or I knew from the beginning, now I'm mad at myself. So that's where the anger is really coming from. So having somebody to be able to walk you through the whole process, what happened, what were you thinking, and what you can do differently next time would be really helpful for the anger part.
Yeah. And then as far as the forgiveness, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I have a hard time forgiving. But I realized that it has a lot to do with the type of love that you have for that particular person, how you're able to forgive them. But I do believe that forgiveness is for us, and I'm learning that now more than ever. So just realizing like I need to take this fixation of this hurt and this pain off of me. Because this is what's keeping me up at night. This is what's making me anxious. This is what's not allowing me to move forward. So in order for me to forgive you, I really need to take into account the fact that I am upset with you. I didn't want that to happen, or whatever role I played in it, or whatever the case may be. And then just like she said, therapy. But you just got to be honest. Like, I'm not over this. This is where I've been fixated. So if this is where I'm fixated, this is the starting point of what I need to talk about in therapy and what I need to go through. And then again, forgiveness really is going to be for you, because once you just like get that off you, you're going to feel lighter. Now you don't have to carry around that burden and that on your back like constantly, because unforgiveness will allow you to not have new people come into your life, no matter what the capacity.
That's true. And forgiveness is a journey.
It is.
It's a journey.
It's not linear.
No, and
it's not linear.
Today I forgive you, tomorrow I don't.
Yeah, and I'm mad all over again, actually.
I just thought about something else that you did.
First of all, I saw a picture the other day. I couldn't even eat that night. I was like, God, dog, I just started eating again, and all it took was a picture.
That's right. Somebody online said, or Jordana said, I was always told that you have to be happy with a man the way he is because he may not change. What would you say are things that can be fixed?
I know now when I do consider somebody that I'm dating, I do look at them and see like, how are you today? Would I honestly be okay if you never changed? Would I be okay with this version of you? And then if I see like that you're willing to fix those things because you're with me as your partner, then I can work on that. But if I see that you are stuck in your ways, and after I brought this to your attention, you decide not to change it, okay. Well, then I figure out, am I still going to stay, or am I going to make my exit strategy?
True. I think it's the things like you said, like the overarching things, like things that are not character-based.
Right.
Things that are not character flaws. If he's a good person, he's a good person, but he leave his clothes on the floor.
Good man,
we can fix that.
Yeah.
That's not a character flaw.
That's fine.
But if you lie, you're unable to stay consistent, you give up too easily, those are things that I can't do.
You can't fix laziness. You just got a desire to pick that on up.
That's right.
Hey, Aunties. Yeah, I'm Jay. I came to see y'all from Michigan.
Okay, shout out to Michigan.
Yeah.
Aww.
Thank you. So my question is kind of piggies off of what you guys said. You know, you go through the things and you feeling like I'm every woman, right? But you still kind of in hiding, because what I find, for me at least, like I'm not shy, but when you go through all those things, you become very protective over yourself. And it's so easy to be every woman in the house. But how do you start being every woman outside?
Okay, come on. Put your hands right here. Baby, put your clothes on. Go outside. They out there. I'm trying to take. And then, okay, so that was another thing that was in our comments. They was like, but TT, outside is expensive. Baby, go to the grocery store.
Right.
You said don't you need to build a shelf in your place? Baby, go to Lowe's.
Home Depot.
Hello?
Saturday morning.
Okay.
No, yeah.
You need your smart man, baby, go to Barnes & Noble. Go down that neuroscience.
Not neuroscience. What's wrong with you?
Everything right with me.
No, that's good. I think you might just be like overthinking it. Like,
yeah,
you that girl.
Yeah.
You got to know that.
And be that girl outside. Like, baby, put you on something cute and go outside. And the thing is, you don't have to always, just go to the opera. Maybe go, put you something on. Go to a nice little restaurant, sit at the bar. Okay, disclaimer. Just because you're at the bar, you don't have to have a drink, y'all. And if you do have a drink, that's between you and the Holy Ghost. So let's not. Because a lot of times when we say go sit at the bar by yourself, they're like, but I don't drink. You can eat food there,
Get
y'all.
some lemonade, sweet pea.
Hello? A little Shirley Temple. A little mocktail. It's okay. Or if you, because it's like if you sit at a table by yourself out in the area, it looks like somebody could be dining with you. Or, it doesn't. You could just sit there, by yourself, and then somebody will just have to recognize that you're there. But it's just easier to spot a single person at the bar than it would be, when you're at a table by yourself. Because you really might just want to be left alone. That's why you're at the table by yourself instead of sitting at the bar where you can socialize.
We have an episode this season about confidence. And so it'll be super helpful because it's based in knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know who you are, you'll accept what everybody else says about you. So if you know who you are, then you can present yourself that way authentically in the world.
Okay, Journey got a question. Okay, girl.
Hey.
I have a question about how do you politely tell someone that their discernment about spiritual influences is not good?
Go ahead.
I appreciate that feedback. I feel like I differ from where you're coming from, but I mean, hey, let's just sharpen ourselves separately.
Sharpen ourselves separately. I like that.
Yeah, it's corporate little clap back.
That'll preach. Let's sharpen, because iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, but
we not matching iron right now.
we not the same. We not the same.
So I like that. Julian says online, how would you get out of the cycle of overthinking everything, especially as an empath?
I'll let you know when I stop.
I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
Overthinking. I think I overthink a lot, but it's because I want everything to go well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to some things that are like, I don't want to say shallow things, but just like routine, everyday things, I do what I need to do to get it out of my mind. So like preparing for today, I knew that there was several things I needed to do. So instead of thinking, I wrote them down.
Yeah, you did.
And then I just continued to check them off my list. I always say, close the tab. You don't need to have all your tabs open.
Right.
Do what you need to do to close that tab. So if it's make a list, write it down, talk to somebody about it, delegate. Whatever you need to do to close that tab, utilize those resources.
Absolutely. That's good. What we got?
Hi, it's Lena. So my question is like, right now, at least for myself, like I'm working towards becoming a doctor, basically. And so it's really difficult for me to date because as soon as they find out like what I'm working towards, like they just go away. Or
they're intimidated.
Like it. So like, how do you deal with that? Because you know you're doing all the right things. So like,
baby, let that man go.
Okay. But I mean, I do understand what she's saying because it's like when you're at a certain standard, sometime when a man realizes that he can't afford you. And I don't mean that just in a monetary sense, emotionally, mentally, physically. If they can't afford you, that's intimidating to them. So instead of you staying in a situation where he's going to begin to be mean to you or mistreat you or try to belittle you and your accomplishments, allow him to stay there. It's okay if you can't afford me. Now, I would just tell you to kind of look within your circle. So if you're in school, be with another doctor. He knows your struggle. Y'all can study together. And then also, I mean, just it's nothing wrong with dating in your circle because that's what a lot of elites do. You know what I mean? Because it's like they don't have to worry about like, oh, well, I mean, they'll still probably do a prenup, but at least it's like you have just as much to lose as what I do.
That's right.
You have just as much to gain as what I do. So it's easier to be with somebody who understands you. Now, I would just tell you to like go to those conferences or, you know, just be found in those places where a man who can afford you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially.
Amen.
Be somewhere where he can be found. And I know it's easier said than done, but just kind of put yourself in those spaces. And I do believe once you at least do that, God will come in.
He did you a favor, sweet pea.
Yeah. Ain't nothing work.
They'll treat you bad. They be mad.
Or sometimes they do you right, but at the same time they string you along because maybe it's only so much you can do.
Mm-hmm. Somebody online said, how do you prepare to be a wife?
Life. Because I mean, I would venture to say we've done all the preparing.
All the things.
And yet,
here we are. There's only so much preparation you can do.
Look pretty, don't it?
It's beautiful. It deserves one.
You see
See?
Okay.
There's only so much preparation you could do until you get dedicated to the preparation.
Caitlin said, I have a question. Is it ever okay to choose violence when somebody play with you? I'm from the other side of the kingdom, so I'm, hey, swing first, ask question later.
Nah.
But no, I mean, we don't want y'all to do 5 to 10, okay? Fooling around with somebody. So no, violence is never the answer.
That's right. Julian said he'd give you a ring pop.
Thank you, nephew.
Okay. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Hey y'all. So, okay, this is my question. So, I'm newly single. I was in a on and off relationship for about 8 years. And so I know what I want. I feel as though I know what I want. I know what I don't want in dating a partner. And so I've met a new potential interest. And so I guess I'm kind of like teeter-tottering between like, some people are like, oh, you need to spend time and to heal and things like that. But then it's like, I also want to get to know this new person.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, should I, and I don't know, I guess, how to go about it. So it's like, is it bad to try to get to know somebody already being newly single?
No, not at all. Not when you're,
If you're healed.
Yeah, right. Or if you're in therapy, if you're actively in therapy and a man who has a good head on his shoulder, is financially sound, likes you, you like him back, he's attractive to you.
Go for it.
Baby, go for what you know.
If you're ready.
If you're ready. If you're not, then just, take it slow. But at the same time, it's nothing wrong with just getting to know what you do need on this side of singleness.
And it doesn't have to be so serious. I tell her all the time, I know that we want it to turn into something serious, but it doesn't have to. You can literally just get to know people.
Yeah.
So just get to know them and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Something doesn't have to turn into everything, but leave room for something to turn into everything.
Exactly. Hey, aunties, what advice do you have for a young woman in her 20s going through so many changes in life and trying to find her way? Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Be nice to yourself. Give yourself grace.
Yeah, somebody asked us that earlier on live, too. Yeah, give yourself grace. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to go through ups and downs. Give yourself grace. You don't know what you don't know. That would be mine. You don't know what you don't know.
And then also, like, you've never been the age that you are before. You're still learning. This has been my first time being 33.
Right.
I've only been here 3 days. I'm still trying to figure out life, so I still have to be mindful of like giving myself grace and being nice to myself because I am doing what I need to do. And it's gotten me here thus far.
That's true.
So,
I would also say have fun. I didn't have enough fun in my 20s.
No, did not.
I've been saved from the womb. So I just really didn't have enough fun. So I always tell people to have fun. Don't be crazy.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing that you can't take back.
Okay, don't
but
be
have
no
fun. You're not going to be 20 again.
Yeah.
You're not going to do come on.
Put on the crop top.
Go
I'm not
outside.
Playing. Go outside. Now, stay on the sidewalk.
Not the streets.
Not the streets. Not that we're not in the streets, but that sidewalk, boy, I tell you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, aunties, this is Brianna. I'm 19 and I struggle with always being in my head and never really being present. Any advice on how I can learn to be more present in life? Oh, that's continuous for me.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you realize you're not being present, come back. Just come back. Okay, if I'm thinking about too much, like I've been thinking about stuff while we're doing this, but I'm like, no.
Come back.
Take in this moment. This is like a first time we're doing this. So it's like, no, like take all this in. I can't be so focused on what I'm going to do next to where it's like, oh, this passed me by.
It's hard. It's hard, especially for this generation because of social media.
Yeah.
You're always seeing everybody else's life. And so you're looking for your life to be something other than what it is. So maybe scale that back a little bit and just focus on what you want your life to be like. How do I grieve the life that I thought I would have? Baby.
It's in the room. Huh? That thing in the room.
Spirit moved across the waters on that one.
Okay.
How do I grieve the life I thought I would have?
You still have the power to like turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's breath in your body, you still have an opportunity to change those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the biggest thing that keeps me going. And just because it didn't happen then doesn't mean it can't happen now.
Or, I mean, I know one thing that I'm leaning on God about right now is God redeeming the time.
Yeah.
I feel like so much time has gone by. And I really wish things would have been different.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Lord, redeem the time.
Please.
Please.
For your name's sake.
Make it make sense. Please.
Yeah.
I need you to do this for me.
Be the redeemer that I know you are.
Yes. He can redeem the time.
Yeah. I don't know how. I
don't know when.
But God, do it.
Do it for me.
Please.
Lord, if you don't do it, it won't get done.
Hallelujah.
How do I learn to accept his will?
Where are we going?
Stacy.
Why are we to the garden?
Even if everything in my heart wants to go back to what I know, how do I find comfort in that pain?
Don't return to vomit.
It sounds like you need deliverance.
Mm-hmm. Up and out. Loose here.
Have y'all shared y'all's testimonies, say from the womb spiritually? How did you get where you are now? Yeah, we did share our testimonies. She said, that's not my testimony. No, that's mine. I've been saved from the womb, child.
I got saved in my 20s, like getting saved for real. I got saved when I was like 20, 21. So yeah. But I went through a terrible breakup. I got out of an abusive relationship.
They'll push you to the Lord.
And I was all about God. Woo! Because I spent an incredible amount of time with that gentleman, guy, person. I spent a lot of time with him. So the time that I was spending with him, because I no longer was spending that time, I got to devote it to God, and that's how I got like really solid in my faith. I stayed in my word. Like it was incredible.
Yeah, I would say about the same age as far as me developing a relationship with God.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely believed from the time I was small, but having a relationship where I like talked to him and he talked to me and I was intent about reading the word and worshiping and stuff, that wasn't until college. Definitely. And that was just, baby, loneliness and heartbreak will take you there. Any more questions in the room?
This has been beautiful. I'm so happy. My heart is full. All right. All hearts and minds clear?
Any more questions on the virtual audience?
Let's see. Okay, listen. This has been an incredible episode, especially to open up season 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart is so full. I'm not going to cry.
No, please don't. You're going to mess up your makeup.
Again.
I know, right? Makeup artist had to literally turn around because she had already started. Amen.
But we love you all so very much. Thank you for, you want to read that one?
What was the process to finding your church home? I'm having trouble. I've had several processes depending on where my church home was at the time. Sometimes it was where I was in life. I've gotten recommendations and just started visiting places. I've heard from the Lord about where to go. So I would say pray about it and don't be afraid to visit.
Yeah.
Go see what they doing in there.
Yeah.
What they talking about. Yeah. What kind of ministries they got going on.
Yeah.
How does your spirit feel when you're inside? Because I'd have been some places and immediately been like, nope, this not it.
Matter of fact,
it's not the one for me.
How to go.
So don't be afraid. This was so cute. Somebody from Chicago.
Hey,
you guys
Theo.
are amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Listen, we love y'all so very much. This has been another incredible episode of Your Favorite Aunties Podcast. Bye. Make sure you get your dress.
The girl.